Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today I'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of February 2023. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I will be using my pink tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot. And then I will close out your reading, Gemini, with a Goddess Guidance Oracle card. Okay, let's get right into it. All right, Gemini. So as we move into the month of February, we've got the Judgment card. Now, this is the card of self-awakening, self-awareness, self-enhancement, kind of being on a self-improvement journey, doing the inner work. That's usually what this card represents for me. It's about the inner work. It's about the journey that you're taking to be the best version of you. And when we do that, then naturally we do start to make more money. So it looks like you're doing the internal work so you can expand, so you can have more money, okay? And that's a really huge step. So Gemini, I feel like you're kind of on this, I want to say like a trajectory of you just kind of being a better person. And because you are a better person, that attracts more to you. And it also brings more awareness of opportunities that you had access to that maybe you didn't realize, okay? So this is really, really good because, again, it's expanding your awareness for what's possible for you in your life, especially as it relates to money. Next up, we do have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant in the reverse says that you're kind of doing things your own way. You're not necessarily following the rules or the laws as it relates to business, investing, financing. You're kind of doing some creative, out-of-the-box thinking here. Now, that can be successful, but you have to be careful that you're not taking too big of a risk, right? Because we don't know what we don't know. And when it comes to money, sometimes we have to look at what's happened to others before we can decide whether or not we want to make those same choices. So again, this is just being aware of the journey that you're on and the path that you are choosing to take. Next up, we have the Queen of Swords. I love this card because it talks about gently releasing what is no longer serving you. Again, this comes with self-awareness. You know that there's some things you need to let go of because it is getting in the way of you making the money that you want to make. We also have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands talks about good news coming as it relates to your work or your career. So this is very exciting. It could be more money, could be anything as it relates to your work. And I know sometimes some of you tell me you don't work or you go to school. Well, whatever you do, however you get money, there's going to be some good news attached to that. So let's say you're married and you know your spouse works and you're a stay-at-home parent, you know, then there's probably going to be some good news for your spouse because that person is your source of income. So maybe that person will get a raise or that person will get a bonus or something like that. So however you make money, however money comes to you, there's going to be some good news as it relates to that particular situation. Next up, we have the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands talks about communication. So pay attention because you're going to be having a lot of conversations as it relates to money in this first week of February. Okay, not everybody's going to be on the same page as you. Not everyone will have the same ideas, but that's okay. Just understand that you don't have to explain, defend, or, justify why you feel the way you do. Like I said, especially as it relates to conversations about money. Finally, we do have the Two of Wands. Now, that's all about future planning. I do get the sense that you could be making some financial decisions as it relates to your future. And so this is good because, you kind of have an idea of what you want to do, how much it's going to cost, and where that money is going to come from. So this is all about strategic financial planning. Okay. So what else do we need to know for the sign of Gemini as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of February 2023? All right, Gemini, so we've got the Sun card again. Oops, I see that They're kind of cut off here. Sorry about that. We do have the Sun card here. Now that's the most positive card in the deck. The answer is yes, success is on the way. You can be ready to celebrate something because it's definitely happening. Yes, yes, yes is the answer. So I know a lot of you are, you know, in the process of either buying houses or starting businesses, whatever the case may be. Excuse me, the answer is a wholehearted yes. Okay, next up we have the Knight of Pentacles, or the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups means that you are going to be rescued in some way. The right person shows up at the right time. Now, as this relates to money, it means that you're going to be getting some type of, you're going to be getting some type of support that comes through, and it's going to help you make more money in some way. So this could be resources, it could be information, it could be connections, whatever the case may be, the right person is going to show up to help you get to that next financial level. Again, I can say that because we have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups talks about a divine connection with someone. So again, the right person is showing up, and this is going to be someone who has the answers that you are specifically seeking. Next up, we have the Hermit card. Now, the Hermit card in the reverse talks about you being very proactive, you showing up, you going out there, putting yourself out there, and really taking the time to be seen and to meet people. Okay, so you're going to be very, very active, very social, networking, maybe introducing yourself in new situations where you probably would not have otherwise. You need to really do that because that's going to kind of put you closer to whatever it is that you're trying to do as it relates to money. Now we also have this Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups means you're walking away with, you know, from something with no regrets. It could be a job or it could be a relationship. But don't hesitate. If intuitively you feel like you need to walk away and let go, then that's exactly what you need to do. And again, this could be what opens the door to more success, more, you know, financial abundance for you. Finally, we have the King of Wands. Now the King of Wands talks about you being watched in a good way. Like someone's considering you for something, either for a raise, something, you know, at your business. It could be one of the bosses, managers. You know, they see you and they want to, you know, they admire what you're doing. They admire the work you're doing. They admire the job you're doing. Okay, so that's good because it means you're attracting attention in a positive way. And that Six of Wands also means that. That's so funny. Okay. All right, Gemini. So once we hit the second half of February, things are just getting really, really good here. Page of Swords, that is some good news about something being discontinued. Now, this could be a bill, it could be a fee, it could be anything, but you're going to have some good news here as it relates to your finances. Something's going to be stopped. Something is going to be, you know, ended, done away with. You know, it could be a fee, could be an expense, whatever the case may be, it's definitely going to be good. You're also going to be celebrating. We've got the Ten of Cups, another positive card, another card that means yes, another card that means success. So for those of you who are waiting to hear back maybe about a job or something, it looks like you're going to get it. It's very, very good. It's very, very exciting. We also have the Six of Wands. Again, that's a card that talks about being seen and attracting a lot of attention. I'm not surprised that we got that card, especially once we talked about the King of Wands here, where again, you're being noticed, you're being recognized for a job well done. Now we also have the Fool card in the reverse. That's a reminder card to tell you not to take any unnecessary risks when it comes to your money. I don't think you would, Gemini, but I know sometimes we can get caught up in the excitement of the moment and we will do things without thinking them through. So the Fool card in the reverse says, just do not take any unnecessary risk, especially as it relates to your money, your finances, your business, and your investments. Finally, we do have the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords is a card that talks about healing from some type of emotional pain or emotional upset. It's a great card to see in the reverse because it means that you have released something that was holding you back emotionally, and you have also learned to kind of either heal that or overcome that in some way so it's not getting in the way of you making the money that you want to make. Oh, interesting. Look at these cards were turned right side up. So we are going to put those guys down there. What do we need to know for the sign of Gemini as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of February 2023? I got a lot of cards here that fell out. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so we're going to keep these cards in, but I'm going to read these cards here first. Oops, and I see that they are a little bit cut off. All right, so we got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Now, this means that you can't make a plan to figure out how something's going to happen, and you're just going to have to roll with it, okay? The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse means you can't plan everything, and sometimes your best, course of action is to just kind of go with the flow. All right, so especially when it comes to business transactions, money transactions, sometimes we just have to kind of see how things play out and then decide, what our next move is going to be. We also have the Justice card. The Justice card means that you have to be careful because a decision may not work in your favor, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's negative. It just means that at the surface level, it's going to look like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. But then you will see as things play out and as time goes on, this is actually something that benefits you more than you thought. Okay, so just keep an open mind if you get some, answers about something that isn't what you expected or isn't what you wanted to hear. The Four of Cups in the reverse talks about you having an opportunity, but it looks like you're going to say no because it's not in alignment with what you want to do. You're very clear about what direction you want to go, and when something shows up and it's not that, you have no problem saying no. Again, especially as it relates to work and money. The Knight of Cups, this is a repeater card. We had him here. He shows up again here. So it looks like whoever was here who showed up to support you and to help you, this same person shows up again towards the end of the month, and it's definitely going to be good, and it's going to be something that benefits you. The World card in the reverse talks about you're not quite done with something. There's a project that needs to be finished or something that still needs your attention before you can move on to the next level. Okay, as this relates to finances, what do you need to finish up before you can continue on, before you can take the next step? There's something that is undone that needs to be completed in order for you to move forward. Finally, the Three of Wands. This is future planning being put on hold here. Again, I'm not surprised to see that because of the time that we're in. We're almost into, or I guess we are in tax season for those of us here in the United States. I'm not sure how it is for the rest of the world, but I know a lot of us are making decisions about our money at this time, whether or not we have to owe, whether or not we have to put money aside. So it looks like you're going to be making a lot of decisions as it relates to that. All right, let's take a look at these three cards that kind of showed up and just popped out. We have the Moon card. That means there's something that you don't know. There's some information that's been hidden from you. We also have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. That's healing from an emotional upset. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which means a broken promise in some way. Someone promises you something and they don't follow through. And this is something of a financial nature, but I don't think this is something you have to worry about. I just think it's something you need to be aware of, right? Because a lot of times people are flaky. It happens to all of us. People say they're going to do something and they don't. But the best thing for you to do is to just kind of keep that in mind that, well, she said she'd pay me back. I'm not expecting her to, but if she does, great. It's one of those situations where you just got to kind of... it's like you just got to kind of not have any expectations. I guess that would be the best way to put it. But as this relates to your money, just understand you don't know everything. There's still more, and you have to make the decisions based on what you do know, and not do anything because you feel like you don't know enough. And I hope that made sense. All right, Gemini, you've got a very tricky month here, but overall, things are definitely going to work out in your favor. You've got a lot of highlights in the month here, too. You got lots of positives, lots of answer is yes, a lot of success. But again, a lot of this, too, is going to be you making the right decisions at the right time. All right, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Goddess Guidance Oracle card. Got two cards for you. Let's go with it. Let's see, we have Athena, Inner Wisdom. You know what to do. Yes, trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Wow, I feel like this is definitely the essence of your reading that we did today. And then the other card you got was Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Ooh, wow. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. I love this card. Yes, I think this resonates too with your reading, Gemini. This is awesome. Okay, well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll do it all again next month.